Guys, last time we were out here, the coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you.
That! Black 20! Black 20! Ready? Blue 30! Blue 30! That! Black 80! Black 20! That! White 8! Black 80! That! Blue 30! White 8! Set! 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 Black 20! Black 8! Set! White 8! Black 20! Set! Black 20! Black 8! Set! Black 80! Black 20! All right now, white 80! Blue 30! Here we go, here we go! Black 20! That! Black 30! Black 8!
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking
Ready?
the first
Black
step
20.
to success in this league. But don't
White
fall
8.
back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you gotta keep it up.
That! Blue 30! That! Black 80! Black 8! That! White 80! Black 20! That! Blue 30! Black 8!
Hey man, listen, great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team.
everybody, it's the coach. This is a...
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this one to Switzer. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Nothing on the scoreboard. 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And this is Moncrief for the catch. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Cotter on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer, complete. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This is Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first, an ideal drive right now. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Throwing on third down. Love. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Let's go, Mexico!
Luck on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Locke. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Finn leaves to Counter on the draw. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Escaping the pressure right, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And the Steelers are in for the touchdown. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before. And oh, it's blocked. And the Steelers get it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 40, 30, 20. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Des Bryant now, he gears up to help lead this offense again. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
It's caught by Moncrief. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football, incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Switzer. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Able to find Switzer. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Switzer, 58 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Ben to throw again. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Roethlisberger will throw. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Luck. And he gets it to Funchess complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. On first down, Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Hayward, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Monday.
Back to throw, Luck. They'll run the screen with Mack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room to run inside the 40.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Luck now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Get that! Like 5! 58, come on! Here we go, here we go!
On 1st down, Connor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Roethlisberger able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Luck on first down. He's got it to Hilton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
My
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. Funches has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Luck. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on the... And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
All right, gentlemen, we made way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in. We've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we got to execute to win.
Set! Black 80! Blue 30! All right, now. Black 20! Black 20! Here we go, here we go. White 80. Black inside. Set! Black 20, white inside. Ready? Black 80. Set up. White 80! Black inside! Set! Black 5! Black, what's that? Set! Black inside! Set! Black 20! Black, what's that?
You know what? Today you got better. Keep it up.
Set! Black, what's that? Set! White 80! Black inside! Blue 30, white inside.
No pressure, but this is it. We are going for gold.
Set up.
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Today was great. You guys went out there and executed.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the AFC Championship game.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Black 20. 59. Mark the 59. Go on. Come on, D. Black it.
First carry for James Conner. And some space here. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe...
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mariota. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Switzer on the return.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple, because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block it, and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to a short run play there. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll try and run for it with Connor, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal of 49 yards.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Now a draw play. This is Connor. Absolutely nobody fooled there. he's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Here's Connor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 26 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. But now it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All right, now, 180. Right there, 54 Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Open man is Switzer, complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Let him know, let him know.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's caught. Humphries. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go, baby.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. They bring the pressure and, a very short kick. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And Walker has it. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. So tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Mariota. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger, and this is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely, that was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
3rd and 7.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert
3. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Set! Black 30! Come off the ball! Snicker, got to spin!
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
It's a gain of 5. Brings us second and
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, it's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mariota to throw it. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To the air again, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mariota on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready? Like 80. Mike is 59. Mike is 50. Jack 16. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine. 6-6. Pull it high.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Mariota. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better?
Set! White 80! Black, what's that? Set! Black, I said. Set! Black 80! White, I said. Set! White 80! Set! Set! Black 5! Black, I said. Set! Black 30! Black, what's that? Set! Black 20! Black, I said! All right, now. Blue 30! Black, what's that? Here we go, here we go! Black 80! Blue 30! Set! White, black, what's that? Ready? Blue 30! Black, I said. Set! Black 80! White, I said. Set! Black 20! Set! Set! White 80! Black, I said. Set! Black 20! Black, what's that? Set! Black 80! Black, I said! Set!
All right,
White
you
80!
got one shot left. We are going for gold.
Black, what's that?
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday.
And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game.
Start. Like 5. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Conner. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, now. Flag 20. 59. It's going to be a long day.
On first down, Conner sheds off the tackle. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, 58 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told the offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Here we go, here we go. Who's 30? Check, 59. Coming.
They'll run on first down. It's Conner, and he's got some space here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Good job. Good job.
3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Goff now looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to get him for a loss of about 3. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's found the end zone.
20, ready? 180. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 48 yards. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After reviewing the play,
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I know you feel that.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is taken in at the 5. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Roethlisberger will throw. Forced, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Mike 55! Mike 55! Here it comes! Here it comes!
From the 24, Goff, and he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the 20. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get to 2.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 36, Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A very solid gain of 27. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Mike. Blue 30. 59. Low ball. Defense, let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Goff now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cameron Hayward just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long. It's gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will start with Connor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Connor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Able to hit his tight end, Brimble. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was a safety blitz by Eric Weddle.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Maybe a free play now for Roethlisberger. It's caught by Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Roethlisberger going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And now they're empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ely, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Cameron Hayward, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
White 80. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm going to run you.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Here's Connor. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd down. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City.
At the 29-yard line.
And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports. This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents.